let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play. We see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a Tuesday edition of the Sully Squad. Had some stuff going on last night, so we usually are the Monday Night Warriors, but this week we're on Tuesday. So, got tons to get into. I got my, I got my usual cast here. We'll see if Diego pops on a little bit, but I got my regular cast, except I have a special edition. I got my man Paul Spencer he's all over the place. He's from the Cowboy Show. I know on Sundays you've been back with our boy Pat talking Philly sports. And Paul's just a great sports guy. And, I wanted to have him on to talk, basically about a lot of things, but in particular, the NFL schedule that came out because, I think football fans, most football fans, it's become a very exciting day. I mean, I think fans throughout the whole country, you start looking and you see, hey, you know what? Which road game might we go to? Like a lot of fans. The Eagles have a game in London. For instance, certain percentage Eagles fans go to that, or maybe Soldier Field. So we're going to get NFL schedule. The red hot Phillies. I mean, the last time we were on here, I think Jeff, me and you predicted what, like 4-2, and Sean was. Oh, you were 3-3?
Yeah.
All right. And Sean, big, I'm going to start calling you Big Ball Sean. Big Ball Sean said 5-1, and he was right, man. You know what I mean? Sean let them Johns hang. And, 5-1. Philly's playing great ball under Mattingly and kicking some serious ass. They're, 2 games over 500 now?
Yeah.
So we'll get a little bit of Phillies talk. And, it's a shame Schwarber's missing a second straight game, but Schwarber's got 20 home runs. I mean, he's on a pretty historic pace. So we'll get some Phillies talk. And then the Philadelphia 76ers, since we were on here last, Daryl Morey was shit canned. No more Daryl Morey. Bob Myers and Josh Harris in a press conference on Thursday, announced the news. And, so we'll get into a little Sixers talk. Is there anything they can do? Because I'll tell you one thing, fellas. Watching that Spurs Thunder game last night,
wow,
gotta be honest. The NBA's had a lot of parity the last 5-6 years. Mm-hmm. You watch those two teams play. I find it hard to come up with another team other than those two that are going to win a championship in the next 5-6 years. I mean, those. Do you talk about teams that are stacked? It's basically men against boys. You got the Spurs and Thunder, and then everybody else.
I agree.
So, yeah. But yeah, we got a lot to get into. Let me just get a couple comments here. Eddie Prather says Philly's on fire.
Absolutely.
He also said, Paul, my fellow Dallas fan, Paul. And then Wemby is the best player in the NBA. Yeah, I mean. Say what do you
think he is? Do you think he is, Joe, the best player? Do you think he is the best player in the NBA right now?
Not right now.
I think, I actually do. Maybe not quite quote unquote best player yet, but he's definitely the most dominant force. I mean, you saw
there.
I mean, Oklahoma City, if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, Chet Holmgren's not a bad player. I mean, he fucking exposed his ass. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing about Wemby is defensively. I didn't see the whole game last night, but from what I saw, it's ironic. I saw about half of it because I fell asleep, unfortunately. And I know it was a classic game, but just from what I saw at least four instances where Oklahoma City drove the paint, and Wemby didn't even block the shot. They had to shoot it so high over him that they missed it. And any other team, they're making those shots. You know? Eddie Prather says SGA hasn't had the best playoffs. Yeah, I think his time's coming. I think Oklahoma he may step up big the next game. I think Oklahoma City will win the next one. But
Wemby's just a dominant force in the middle, Joe. Just like you said, he doesn't have to be a shot blocker. Just his presence alone, you got to shoot that arch all the way up. Last night he came across that one across the lane, like he was playing on the wing side and came across and blocked that for them to stay with the tie game. But Joe, 7'5" coming down to shoot a 35-foot three at the ice, like put the game into overtime. That's insane.
And just like Hakeem told him the two-step shot. I mean, when you got guys of old school and all that just giving their knowledge and presence, the kid's going to flourish, like you said. He's 7'5".
Yeah, then there was an article, Sean. He's working with Robinson. He's working with Tim Duncan, fundamentals, Mr. Fundamental. Yeah. He's working with these legends, and everything he's learning is old school, and he's so new school. To put it together, the kid might be a franchise player. He could be MVP in the next 3 or 4 years back to back.
True. Health is wealth, hopefully, like Joey said, and that's key in my eyes. I think you all can agree.
Sean, he's fragile though. He's only like 200 pounds total, 7'5". If he can stay healthy and put a little pound on him, the kid could be unstoppable.
Yes.
Man.
I know it's a damn. As a Sixers fan and a basketball fan, it's such a damn shame that like Embiid couldn't be healthy, and you could you imagine like an MVP level Embiid from like 4 years ago,
unstoppable
against this Wemby? I mean that would be some exciting ass basketball. You know?
I mean that would be insane if you got a healthy Embiid. I mean, Joe, we've all seen it 3 years ago. If he could play, say not 82, 70 games a season, the way he played, MVP every damn year, man, unstoppable.
But look at the way he plays in the middle, like me and Joey always said. If these centers that play center position like they should instead of out in the three or whatever, if they man the paint just like that, it's nighty-night. He's going to tire you out. How are you what does
Shaq used to say? Mouse in the house. Shaq's down low. He's mouse in the house. Take it down low, bang the boards, turn around, 2-foot jumper. Not even a jumper. Lay it up. You can't be stopped. But nowadays, you're seeing 3-pointers.
Look at what he did. The video says it all. I mean, you're not moving that dude.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, since we're talking basketball, Cleveland Knicks starts tonight.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. Well, you know what? Why don't we just get it? Like, we'll get into football in a minute and the Phillies and everything. Just real quick, since we're talking about it, who do you guys like? Let's make a prediction. I know the Spurs are up 1-0. Who do you guys like in Spurs, OKC, and then what's your thoughts on the Knicks, Cavs, and then we'll just tie it into the Sixers real quick. So Spurs, Oklahoma City. Jeff, do you have any thoughts on that?
To be truthful, I could care less. I could care less. I won't watch the games. I could care less.
All right. Well, you know what?
What
was your thought on Canadians Sabres last night? That was a good game.
That was a hell of a game. I thought the Sabres were going to take out because they had a hell of a season. That came out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm just done with basketball right now, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm burned out from like all the crap that goes around with the Sixers and all the bullshit, and we're kind of stuck. So I'm just like out, and I don't watch it religiously.
You're not going to run the Joel Embiid fan club anymore, you're saying?
I was a fan of him in a way of the guy didn't, play till late. He's a great player, fun to watch. But as soon as he started with the injuries, you can see it going downhill. You know how that was.
Baby.
But see, Jeff's been poisoned with hurt basketball. He's watching the Sixers. Now you're watching players that are playing every game, man. Now this is real basketball, Jeff.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if it comes down to a Game 7 in the championship, I'd probably watch that. or my boys asked me to come over and watch the game with them, I would go over and watch the game with them. But sitting home, I'd rather watch a Nicholas Sparks movie.
Oh my God!
Sorry, but
All right, so who do you like, Sean?
I mean, they're both talented teams. Spurs, OKC. I say, give me OKC. In
Okay.
6.
How about Knicks? How about Cavs Knicks?
Fuck the Knicks. Go Cleveland.
Hi, everybody.
All
Hello,
right,
how you doing?
Hello.
love you. It's the boss guy. Sorry.
Hey, Paul, how about you?
I got the Oklahoma City Thunder here, man, Joe. They've been proven. They're defending champs. Listen, SGA cannot have a bad game back to back, man. He leads that team. Holmgren down the middle. I mean, Lou Dort, you got players on this court that can play.
Oh, a guy, Daryl
they're battle
Morey,
tested.
right?
Exactly.
McKay,
Yes.
right?
Williams as well. They got players. I think the Spurs, yes, have their number, but man, you can't knock the defending champs right now. And the Spurs are still young. Castle, Vassell, Wemby, they're still young too. They get battle tested late. It might not show up.
Yeah.
All right, and how about the Knicks Cavs?
Ooh. Oh man.
I don't want the Knicks to win because I can't stand hearing Stephen A. Smith toot the horn anymore.
I get that. I like the Cavs right now, man. I think they're playing really good. I mean, listen, you beat the number 1 seed Detroit Pistons in 7 games. I didn't think that would happen, but they're playing ball right now. Harden's taking shots. He's looking good. Donovan Wilson showing up. I like Jared McAllen and defense. He had 20 boards a couple games ago. I like the Cavs here. I like the Cavs versus the Knicks.
Right, I like the. I'm the opposite of you. So you guys have Cavs, OKC. I actually have the exact opposite.
God damn it, Joey.
I got Knicks. I got Knicks in 6.
Ooh, okay.
And I have what is fate? I have Spurs. I have Spurs in 6. I think.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and everybody's going to say that the West is going to spank the East, and I do like the Spurs in the series, but I think the Knicks find a way to win at least 2 games.
No way, man.
The way they're playing, I mean, although the scary thing about the Knicks is they've had such a long layoff. They haven't played since last Sunday,
You better hope OG Adunabi plays with that bad hammy. If not, look at they played our shit-ass team, so you saw what happened. But, all in all.
Yeah, if OG plays, he's going to be. Yeah, if OG plays, he's going to be on. He's going to be on Donovan Mitchell the whole game. I mean, he's their best defender. He's going to be playing defense against him. So that's a huge thing. But Joe, you said it. Rust game 1. You really can't say much because they've been off so long.
Absolutely. You're not in game mode. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, tonight's game will be interesting because you got the Cavs coming off a grueling 7-game series with only 1 game off, but then you got the Knicks having. So tonight's a classic example of rest versus rust. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see what happens there. But
see, I'm a real Philadelphian. I don't like any New York teams. So you're not a real Philadelphian, Joe, because you're voting for a New York team.
Oh my God!
I'm not rooting for them. I'm definitely not rooting for them.
We're going to take your ass down and drop you off in Kensington.
Oh,
don't worry. I'll take him with me to work. I'll have a fun time. Drop him off Friday night.
Put a Mets jersey on him.
I know, right?
You'll fit right in.
Yeah, the funny thing is, it's ironic because if it wasn't for the fact that they were from New York, because obviously I hate the Knicks because they're from New York, and I hate the fact they beat us. If it wasn't for that, I'd like them just because they have all the Nova guys. You know what I mean? But I just think they're going to win. But all right, and then before we move on, let's just tie it real quick into the Sixers because I know I'm torturing Jeff here with this basketball talk.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So I know I'm just playing with you, dude. So all right. So I saw a couple, or one of the NBA guys posted, or actually, when Bob Myers and them were talking, I don't know about you guys, and maybe I'm reading too much into this, but when Bob Myers made the comment of saying how important it is to come to camp in shape and come to camp in ready to play, I don't think they'll be able to do it. But for the first time, I thought to myself, you know what? They may really consider trying to possibly listen on Joel Embiid because, like to me, like I don't know, just how he was talking about because he was talking about the Golden State run and how all the guys came to camp and everybody has to come, ready
prepared,
to
basically prepared.
Yeah, and it's not. A lot of times it's not Embiid's fault in some ways because the guys in some of these injuries he can't control.
Oh yeah,
but I just think that if there's any way they can move him, I think they definitely would. And I saw somebody posted on X that like some NBA general managers are speculating that maybe you could work out like a Joel Embiid for Sabonis trade, and it was to the Kings. And I was, on its surface, you think to yourself, oh man, Embiid's so much better than Sabonis.
Yeah.
That I would drive Embiid to. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I would drive Embiid to Sacramento for Sabonis, not because Sabonis is a better player, but Sabonis makes $48 million and is signed for only 2 more years. Embiid signed for 60 plus million, signed for 3 more years. So like if you somehow
off the books.
If you can make that trade, then Sabonis and Paul George both come off the books after 2028, and then you got a chance to because you're not going to win shit with Oklahoma City and San Antonio anyway, probably.
Exactly. And they're young. They're young too, and Thunder still have draft picks. They're still building on draft picks, man. Still,
dude, you could actually dish those draft picks, like you said, Paul, for veteran leadership or a key veteran, whatever the position may be. That's how crazy it is for the simple fact they have all those picks. Yeah. And just like Joey said, I hope that we do trade one of, in my eyes, Embiid. The process is over, or Paul George to get out of all that money, man. It's just crazy. But I'm just a fan. What do I know?
Yeah, the other thing that Bob Myers said too was they asked him about the Big 3 model, and he said that he's like, well, I'm not going to say that you can't win like that, but this year with between the pace of play of basketball and teams' depth is much more important in the NBA than it was like 15, back in the Miami Heat days where they had the 3 guys and then you had average Joes coming off the bench. So I don't know who the new GM's going to be. I don't know what they're going to do, but I came away.
It's a basketball mind, Joey. Really, that knows basketball, not some Joe.
Right. Yeah, I came away very encouraged that maybe they're ready to turn the page. You know what I mean? And
that's what it sounds like.
The problem is I don't know if they can. It might be something where they're forced to run it back this year, and you try to improve on the margins. Hope to hit on the 22nd pick. Maybe take a chance on a young guy like the Lakers have a center, Jackson Hayes. He's only 25 years old. He's an unrestricted free agent. He made $3 million this year. He's not going to break the bank. A cap-strapped team like the Sixers could possibly bring him in. Maybe you could sell him, take a chance on him. He's 25 years old. He was a high first-round pick. Maybe you could sell him. Hey, you know what? Hey, listen, Embiid only plays 40 games a year, 45 games a year. You'll start half the games. You could rim run with Maxey and Edgecombe, and then when Embiid does play, you'll back up, and then maybe you can make yourself some money.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Joe. He played in Indiana. He was a good hybrid center, run and gun type of player. And with the LA Lakers, he's a run guy. He's a rebound guy. He gets all of his points on second chances. And I think that would be great. Do is expel, Embiid. Hey, you're only playing 20 minutes a game. Go do what you got to do. You got to give up 6 fouls. Go do what you do. Go play ball. I think that would be cheap, Joe.
Or get the kid like I don't think I sent it to you, Paul. The kid from Michigan, 7'3". Obviously you got to trade up. The kid's got it. A nice pick, a piece here, but you got to make your moves to get them.
And that's what. Remember years ago I said Zach Edey, man. He could expel a lot of Joel Embiid's problem when he came out. look how far he dropped in that really draft. Sixers could have moved up and got him. He was a big body that can give you 20 points, 10 boards a game. That would be perfect for Embiid. This way you're vanilla versus vanilla here. Not opposite players.
Yeah, but well, you know what? Hey, off season just started. We'll see what they do. But you know what though? We'll get a little Phillies in a little bit, but NFL schedule just came out. I think it's great. I mean, were you guys? I mean, I wasn't really doing win loss, but the one thing that struck me about the Eagles schedule was the towards the end of the year, I think they play like 3 games in 11 days or something like that. Or
right after the bye. Yeah, it's. I'm going backwards now, Joe. Giants, 49ers, Texans, Seattle, Colts.
Yeah. People are saying that it's not that tough. I think it's a pretty tough schedule. And the other thing is, I think the NFC East is going to be really tough. Like I really, you got if Jaden Daniels is healthy, Washington's back. I think Washington will be much better. The Giants with Harbaugh, I think
that's a different team. Absolutely.
And I was listening to Adam Schefter was on 97.5 last week. He was saying that he thinks the Giants have a chance to be one of those surprise teams, and it's a little scary because I think last year he said the Bears, and 2 years ago last year he said New England, and then 2 years ago he said Washington. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping his streak of being right is wrong, because if that's the case, then the Giants are pretty good. But Jeff, what was your first thought on the schedule?
I thought it looked fine for me. Any schedule, to be honest with you, it just depends on the team.
Yeah.
Because right now, you really don't know what the teams have or are. I mean, preseason, I know they don't play much, but somebody can go down and get hurt. All you need is one quarterback. Let's say Dak. Let's say Jackson Dart isn't ready. Well, any one of those quarterbacks go down, then the NFL East is not as strong. There's no good backup quarterbacks in there.
Sure.
For any team. So I just look at the schedule kind of like the head coach and the team should look. One game at a time. Don't know what the team, I try to look at it. It's different with baseball because there's so many freaking games.
Yeah, real quick. Look at this. December 13th, like you said, Sean, you play the Colts, right?
Yeah.
December 19th, 6 days later, you host the world champion Seahawks. I mean, well, I guess if you're going to say, it's 3 home games, but it's kind of, you're at home, but it's a disadvantage. The 13th, you're against the Colts. The 19th, you're against the Seahawks. The 24th, you play the Texans. And then
Thursday night game.
Right, but then you
Niners.
Three games in 11 days in a football. The odds of you going 3, they better have a good record before then, because I don't give a shit who you play. The wear and tear on your body, the odds of going 3-0 even at home against a couple really good teams. At best, I think you're hoping 2-1, just from attrition. I don't see, you know what I mean? And then, you get a little bit of a break, but then you got to travel across country to play the 49ers, and then you got to close out at the Giants, which if the Giants are back and good, who knows how that could be a tough ass game.
And Joe, the crazy thing is, okay, the Colts are no slouch. You got them at home. Then you got the defending champs, the Seattle Seahawks, solid defense. Then the defense gets stronger with the Texans. I mean, that is 3 big games that you guys got. Dallas plays 3 games every year, after Thanksgiving. But that 3rd game, you don't even know who the hell you're playing, and you don't care, because that game is really a 50-50 game because you're so depleted after 2 games in 10 days,
It's good to have that bye when it is at week 10, I believe. Because guys can heal up, rest up, do whatever. But this reel I was watching, this guy had ChatGPT on. The thing predicted 13-1 for the Eagles, and I'm like, what? And they lose to your Cowboys Thanksgiving.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not seeing that at all.
No,
I mean,
no.
I mean, you look at the story. Washington, at home against Washington, Washington's going to be better. And
Right.
the first
Just
four or
tune-up
five games, the first four or five games of the year are
Our
basically
preseason,
right.
Joe.
So you got Washington home, but then you got at Tennessee.
That's
Listen, that looks like an easy win on paper, but I would caution a little bit. Tennessee does have a new coach, a good offensive mind, and who knows? Cam Ward may take a step, and it's going to be hot as shit in Tennessee September 20th. You got to factor that in,
Here's
right?
the question I'm going to ask you to interrupt this.
Yeah,
Who's going to be on the Eagles right now? Do you know?
who
Have AJ Brown still here, or is he gone?
oh,
And if we
he's
don't have
definitely
him-
one.
All right, if he's gone,
the
then who
way
will be
the way
left?
he's present himself, Jeff, and his manner, everything, my legacy, he's as good as gone. He's just as bad as the Rossini and Vrabel shit that's going on. Every time he opens up his mouth, it's just shit you don't want to hear.
Right.
And I think we all can agree with any sport, it's almost like cancer. Like you're trying to focus on, like you said, Jeff, preparing for the season. But you got this Jo talking about my legacy and this and that. You know what? We'll accommodate you. And you know what? If I'm the guy, I'm not taking you to go with Vrabel. I'm going to trade you to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's hot on now.
I'll take, like I said to Joey, Brian Thomas and second-round pick because I know how he can cook and he knows what to get and how to get. And just look at what we did in the draft. I mean, it's easier said than done. Just get rid of him. And then the bullshit with Hurts and his wedding. I don't give a shit. You're as good as going to me June 1st. Can't come quicker.
So that's why it's tough to really pick the schedule on the wins and everything, because you really don't know who's going to be here. And the backups you've got, and they're probably going to sign Becton again. He really wants to come back here.
Well, that's
And they
awesome.
used it.
I'm all for that. And I think Joey can agree for depth.
Yeah,
What we
100%.
have, and just like you said, Jeff, can Juergens come back from his stem cell? Landon Dickerson,
Right.
Raheem Johnson. If any one of those guys go down,
Yeah. The schedule, that's why it's really tough right now. You look at the schedule and you're going by, I mean, this is like fantasy football for the schedule.
Yeah,
You see guys get cut, rotate around, see who's where, and then when the season starts, then you can start, okay, this team's going to be good, this team's going to be bad. And there's always a surprise team, like you're saying.
I totally get you, but just looking at what it does look like, because I hear you, because how many years do you go into a season and you think like, holy shit, we got to play this team like week 6, but meanwhile half their team's hurt. You know what I mean? So
perfect example.
They say we have
last year.
We have the 7th easiest schedule. Do we really? If you read the teams you have down there,
that remains to be seen. I mean, everybody should be.
But Jeff, the only thing with that one there, I see the schedule. We all play the same teams. But as a Dallas fan, I'm not bitching about this. But you guys won the division last year. We were under 500. You guys have the stronger teams at home, which gives you a benefit there. We play the same teams, but we're on the road against 4 of the top teams in the NFL the next year. I mean, that's the only thing I see is easy versus hard. The same schedule's there. I get it. Different rankings, but we're playing teams on the road, and you guys are playing at home. That's the only downfall I see.
And you can agree, all of us, health is wealth. Anybody goes down, they're as good as gone and screwed.
Well, here's how I look at the schedule, because you're right. I mean, like Jeff said, you don't know who's playing.
Yeah.
If you are playing the same teams. But I look at the NFL schedule as like it's a tough spot. Like for example, right? Like for example, you got the first 2 games, but then September 28th at the Bears, tough spot, right? It's a Monday night. Monday night game in Chicago. Then you got a quick turnaround. Sunday night you host the Rams, right? Then fast forward. The very next week you got to go to London to play the Jaguars, which by the way, I think the Jaguars are already in London because they play Washington the week before.
Yes, they are.
So you have a disadvantage there, right?
Yeah.
Then they could have taken their bye after the Jaguars game, but the Eagles decided to take it later in the year. Well, okay, you host the Panthers 7 days after the London game. I mean, on paper, this is where I think like a schedule, like when you play a team, plays a role, because any other week you play the Panthers, I go, Eagles are better than the Panthers. It's at home. We should beat them, right? But the fact that you're playing them 7 days after you were in London, and oh, by the way, I think the Panthers are coming off a bye. See, that's another thing. The Eagles are playing 4 teams that are coming off their bye week the previous week.
And hold that thought too. With Carolina, look at how Carolina played the Rams last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody said Carolina's going to get their ass whipped.
Yeah,
that wasn't the case, man. Rico Dale and company, and Chase. I'm like, damn.
Here's another. You know, 8 days after you play the Panthers, you host Dallas. That's always a war. But then you have another short week at Washington. Guess what? Washington has a bye the week before. Yeah. So you know what I mean? So you're coming off a Monday night game against Dallas, but you got to play at Washington the coming Sunday. So yeah, I mean, I hear what, you know, like I said, I hear what you're saying about everybody plays, like the same teams, like Paul, like I know you guys are playing teams at home, but just, the Eagles, if you only look at the opponents and you say, you know what, that schedule is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. It seems like every week there's a little bit of a tough spot or a disadvantage, like where you have 1 day less rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're 100% right. Like every year it's like with Pat and I Sunday, we did a prediction, and I was like, Pat, this is health wise 100%. Everybody's playing, regarding last year, what I'm seeing. But you're right. One player goes down. That's 3 games, 4 games. Just like Jeff said, a quarterback goes down, you can lose the rest of the season in our division. Honestly,
if you have CeeDee Lamb go down, Dallas is done.
Yeah,
Pickens isn't going to be the only one to pick it up unless they pick up some other wide out who can do it. Can't.
Yeah,
that's just like if Jalen or Saquon, vice versa.
Yeah,
it's even on defense. Let's not even focus on like Quinyon Mitchell, DeGene.
Yep.
That's key. Like when you have your key players, like you said, Jeff and Paul, it makes a difference. It's either going to make or break it.
You guys got a crazy. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule here in front of me on my screen, and you guys got, just like you said, Joe, Chicago, Rams, Jags, no slouches there. Panthers, a lot of people say trap game, but they got a shot to win that game from you guys, honestly. And then right after that, Dallas, Washington, Giants, and then you get Pittsburgh, a rebuild Pittsburgh team. Then you go right back to Dallas again. It's 4 division games in 5 weeks, basically. It's crazy.
Right. And then oh, by the way, then right after that, then you go and say, oh, we have 3 home games. Yeah, but they're in 11 fucking days.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Like you said, we don't know who's there, who's hurt, who's healthy.
Yeah.
We don't have a crystal ball, but like you said, it's a pretty intense schedule.
I got to be honest, because Paul, in a second I want to get your perspective on Dallas, but I have to be. I hate to say this, and believe me, I hope I'm dead wrong. And as Jeff said, it's very early. We don't know what's going on, but I don't think I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't think the Eagles are going to win the division this year. I don't. I really
do. You're wrong.
I hope I am. I really do. But
He's a New York fan. I told you.
You're wrong.
He's not in Philadelphia anymore. He's a New York fan.
Damn,
You're
Jeff
wrong.
already. I just heard Jeff hit the remote and start the remote for you, Joe. He's already got the card started for you, brother.
Yeah, dude.
I just don't. I hope I'm wrong, but like, because here's the other thing we got to think. I think with the learning curve of the offense, I think we're looking at 2-2 at best after the first 4. Then you have the London trip, which is tough because Jacksonville's good. I mean, I'm just hoping the one thing the Eagles have done, other than the Super Bowl year, because the Super Bowl year they were only 2-2. But every other year, except for Sirianni's first year, they've gotten off to great starts, like 9-1 or whatever. Yeah. I don't know if I see that this year.
I think they're going to whoop ass right out of the gate. Is what I'm guessing.
What's that?
And nobody's going to know what the hell's going on. They're going to go, oh shit, this is a different type of team. They're not going to know where to go.
I hope so. Like I said, I hope so. I really do hope I'm wrong, because I'm, hey, I want another Super Bowl run, and there's a part of me that goes, hey, you know what? People are doubting Jalen Hurts. Maybe he shows everybody this year. He says, hey, you know what? I don't have AJ. Fuck you. I'm the man.
With your comments, if we, when we win it, you can watch it from the TV. We'll be down at the parade. I'm not about to go. You can send home with your Mets jersey on and Nick's hat.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I know. I got it. Yeah, I got an old school I got a Bo Bichette. just to rub it in,
So who do you guys think will be the sleeper team out of the whole league?
Sleeper wise, you mean from rankings from last year, from where they were from last year to now?
Like with the build,
Very easy for me. Very easy for me. New York Giants.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, because I think unfortunately I think they're kind of mine too. You know what? You guys are going to think I'm crazy. I actually think, and I don't know how good they're going to be, I actually think the Jets are going to surprise some people. As crazy as it sounds,
that's crazy, Joe. That's how the box. That's how the box, Joe.
What is the name of the team? The
New York.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
You are definitely on the wrong show.
No, can I just tell you why?
Because go ahead.
I know. I know it's. I freely admit it sounds crazy, but if you look at it, they actually have a good offensive line. They have a good young offensive line. They have Breece Hall. You got Garrett Wilson, the tight end Sadiq that they draft. I like. Plus they have the tight end Jason Phillips. What was it? Jason Phillips?
Jason Taylor's son.
Or Jason Taylor's son is the other tight end. They got Mitchell, the speedster receiver they got from the Colts. Then they drafted Cooper. I know Geno Smith looked like absolute dog shit last year in Vegas, but they also didn't have any weapons. Bowers was out a lot of that year. They didn't have any receivers. It wouldn't shock me. I'm not saying they're going to be like good, but like everybody thinks the Jets are going to be like fighting for like the worst record. Like I'm talking, when I say surprise, I think maybe they might win like 7 games, 8 games. You know what I mean? I think they could be a little better. That's all.
I get that. I mean, you look at Geno Smith. He has up and down games, Joe. I get all that. But like you said, Bowers wasn't there. Jonte was basically in his freshman year, in the NFL. He was still a learning curve, no offensive line. And the defense was this bad outside of Max Crosby. So I can see that. I mean, I'm not going to say make the playoffs, get past the Patriots or stuff like that. But I can see 7-8 games. And that's a big jump from with the Jets fans. I'll take that as a Jets fan. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I got a little hot take right now. They may be right around the same record as the Patriots. I see New England I think New England takes a major step back.
Wow.
Did you have your house tested for radon when you bought it?
No, he's smoking that carbon monoxide.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see New England's first 4 games?
I didn't even see it.
New England's got it. New England's got it.
With Diana Rossini.
New England's got a tough. Hang on, Diana. Oh, sorry. No.
Oh, damn. Oh.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
That's why I made the prediction. You know what I mean? She's whispering sweet. No, she gets around. Eddie Prather says my sleeper team is the Vegas Raiders. You know what? I think the Raiders. The Raiders. I actually was thinking too. If the kid can play quarterback a little bit, they may.
Mine's the Texans.
But Sean, they're there every year, though. I mean,
yeah,
okay,
they're there, though.
Okay.
I'm talking like Browns, Dolphins, Jets, the teams that just usually say win before you even start playing them.
I'll tell you what, the Browns.
Can I go Vikings?
You know what, Vikings?
In a way you can, yeah, because they really fucked up the ass.
Yeah. Because I don't
I'll
want to
tell you
take the
one-
goddamn Jets.
Mm-mm.
Giants.
But Joe, with the Browns, is Deshaun Watson going to start this year? Does he
Yeah,
finally get the nod to start?
Since you said that, I saw an article. The head coach said Deshaun Watson looks good. I think he should. Screw Sudor. You know,
Yeah.
Mr. Massage should finally come back and play some football instead of getting hand jobs and massages.
Hey, I'll
Hell,
tell you.
he's already made $120 million for sitting the bench the last 2 years, doing nothing.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you guys what, man. I think the Browns very, very quietly, I think, had a really good offseason.
Yeah.
If you look at their draft, if you look at their draft, I mean, first off, their O-line got old. The O-line was the strength of their team like 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they really replenished that. And then if you look at I love what they did in the draft. I mean, they drafted the kid from
Concepcion, Texas A&M.
Yeah, well, and they also drafted the lineman like 9th overall, right? Didn't they draft the lineman?
Yes, the guy from Utah.
Oh, Utah.
Spencer Fano.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
there's two guys, Joey.
Yeah, the
kid
one
that
from
the
Utah.
Patriots got and the one that the Browns got.
They got the safety. They got the safety that we liked from Toledo. They got him. I mean, if you look at that tell you what, that Browns defense. Well, we'll see because I think did Jim Schwartz leave there? I don't remember.
Yeah.
That may hurt them because the defense was really good under Schwartz, but like defensively they're good. And the one thing about Deshaun Watson, obviously he hasn't done shit in like 4 years, but I think he got married, and it kind of makes it you.
Are you saying what I want to think you're going to say? It changed them.
Well, no, but I mean not necessarily, but I mean,
Joe, the issue is his wife is Asian, so where
he loved you long time.
The massages have changed him. They're at home. He's getting foot massages, back massages. No, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Well, it's not. What, Paul? It's not too boku.
Jesus Christ.
Remember Full Metal Jacket?
Yes. No.
Oh, man.
Oh,
On that note.
Right?
Schwartz. No, the Schwartz is gone. Well, maybe
Schwartz is supposed to take over for Fangio. Supposedly he's supposed to retire.
Yep.
And did
you see Shador Sanders' comments? Did you see what he said on Twitter?
No.
He's like, I got black sheep in the NFL by the coaching staff because my dad's a Hall of Famer. Give me a starting chance and I'll start for any team in the NFL. Is what he said. You gotta be kidding me.
When you say something like that, shut your mouth.
Yeah.
And Shiloh's starting to shit too. Shiloh Sanders.
He's in the CFL, but he's still in the CFL route, right?
Dallas invited him in to sign him into a contract, and he says, "No, I want to go in for the Eagles." So the Eagles invited him into camp. He said, "Any team can make me into a good football player. They're the only team I think that can do it."
Wow.
Whatever.
So he's coming into our camp?
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
No, and he'll end up back in the CFL next week. He'll be in the CFL again next week. Yeah.
You're going to be a camp body. Enjoy it. Suck it up, Buttercup.
He can be a test dummy that we can bang around, like you said, in camp. Let him play on the preseason games.
Oh, man.
We got so many players that are in camp. Like, it's going to be tough to actually drop some of the players that we have in there.
The players are so deep. And since we're talking real quick about undrafted free agents, this kid from Nigeria, he's a beast. He's a freak of nature in size and stature. But not only him, they also got another international guy from Nigeria. He plays rugby.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, if I
another
find
Jordan
Mailata.
Another Jordan Mailata.
Yeah. And his dad was rugby great, too. So that makes it even better. He has the size and stature, but not like that defensive end that we drafted in the 7th round. This guy is supposedly going to be trying for linebacker. But, just like you said, Jeff, I think they have so much depth at wide receiver, running back for camp. So it's like, who shows out and who doesn't.
Yeah.
But Sean,
Keep
that
your eye
type
on
that type of
Damian
guy
Pierce.
could be a third down missile. He see ball, hit ball, get ball. You know, it's just
Yeah.
raw talent right now. You know what I mean?
That's how Reed Blankenship came in. He came in out of nowhere, just hit everything in sight.
Yeah.
Since we're talking, I'm telling you right now, that 6'3", 220 kid, Kalikowski, the safety that we drafted from Texas Tech, watch out.
Good.
Hey, look,
Has the size and stature, man. Hell yeah. From linebacker to safety, hell yeah. What are you going to say, Joey?
all I gotta say is I hope the kids from Nigeria, finding guys that play other sports or like I hope it works out better. Remember the Water Boy when Bobby Boucher looked really good, and then all the other teams. Remember Michigan tried their Water Boy? It didn't work out too good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hopefully it works out better. So, all right. Well, before we move on to the Phillies, then, the Cowboys schedule. I guess let's just glance at that real quick because since you're on here, because who do you guys open up? Oh, you guys open up with the Giants, right?
Yeah, I got the schedule here, Joe. Open up with the Giants there. Like I said, the Giants. It's a preseason game to me. Harbaugh is the biggest thing for me. I actually think Dallas loses this game. Then you got Washington, the Ravens, Houston, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Philly, Arizona, the Colts, the Niners, Tennessee, Philly, Seattle, Rams, Jacksonville, Giants, Washington. Joe, I do think Dallas is better than last year. Joe, we scored 40 points a game, but we gave up 50 points 9 times out of 10 of the games. You know what I mean?
Right.
The defense was built this year. I love what they did. Caleb Downs is going to be a stud. I love the trade from Arizona for another corner. I like this team on defense. The defensive line, Joe, is probably going to be a top 3 defensive line in the NFL with what we have right now on defensive side of the ball. But it's injury prone. I don't know, just like Jeff said, one game at a time. But I honestly, on paper right now, if the camaraderie hits, I do think that the Dallas Cowboys can win this division, but I don't think it's a runaway, Joe. I think it's probably 11-6, maybe 12-5 at best, honestly, right now. But I do think it's a split with you guys. Home and away. Yeah.
I feel like the whole division is going to be that except Washington. I don't see Daniel staying healthy the whole season, and I'm afraid Dart is going to get hurt. Dart likes to run, and they're saying that's one thing he's going to not do is run.
He doesn't know how to slide, Jeff. Exactly. Yeah. So that's going to.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sean, he did late in the season. He did learn how to slide. He got out of that CT concussion protocol. He did slide late in the season, but I think Harbaugh tells him, "You're not Lamar Jackson. Just run the damn ball. Live another day. Get out of bounds. Learn how to slide." I can see it because on paper they have the team to beat right now. The offense and defense side of the ball. And when a head coach comes in and gets rid of Dexter Lawrence, first thing, he's making a damn statement with this team, and he's making a damn statement with the New York market. He's putting his balls on the table for this move he's making.
Just like me, baby. Let's go.
Big ball Sean here, boy.
Yeah. Like I said, I got to be honest, man, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the show, but Dallas definitely is a big time threat to us, to the Eagles, because I mean, all you needed to do was improve your defense, and because your O-line, I mean, I think Dallas's O-line's top 10. Dallas, a lot of young offensive linemen. Javonte Williams, the running game. I mean, he showed something last year. I remember this time last year kind of being like, well, you guys don't have a running back. Well, he really showed something.
He proved everybody.
They misuse him in Denver big time.
Yeah. I said it on the show, Joe. You remember me? Like, my biggest downfall, the bugaboo for me is the running game. Like, what is Javonte Williams? 2 years coming off the ACL. Maybe he's maybe freaking he might do something, but he was the MVP for me last year. I mean, the guy got over 1,000 yards, didn't get hurt. He was a bell cow. Good solid pickup this year on a cheap $2 million deal. I'll take that all day with Javonte.
Earlier, when I said who you think is going to be your surprise team, mine's kind of the opposite of a surprise team. The team I think is going to be a surprise that's going to suck are the Packers. I don't think Jordan Love's all that.
Ooh.
Parsons is still hurt. He's not going to be coming back right off the top. The wide receivers, they don't know what the hell's going on right now. I don't think they're going to be that good. I'm sorry. I don't know why the league always builds up the Packers.
Well, yeah. Oh, Eddie Prather says Dallas has the best coach. I don't know about that, but I do. I'll tell you, he did prove me wrong, though. I think he is a good coach. I have to admit.
I think he meant the O-line coach, Joe.
It's an O-line coach.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's Connor Riley from Kansas State. I mean, he did a significant job last year. He's got 4 players playing out of position. He's a great coach, but to me, it has to be a 3-phase game here: offense, defense, and special teams. Is how you're going to win.
Joe, most New Yorkers don't read all the words in a sentence.
Damn, Joe.
Damn.
See now, as an Eagles, like from my perspective, I'm hoping you guys play at the Giants and then host. Well, I'm hoping you split. I'm hoping at best you split that. I'm hoping, you know what I mean? From my perspective. Then I
think we split with you guys. I think we split with the Giants. Possibly they could sweep us. I think you open your season with the Giants and then you got to play 15 weeks later, then you play them again. Who knows? This could be playoff seeding. I mean, honestly, Joe, I think possibly I really mean this. I really think 3 teams from the NFC East can make the playoffs again. They're that strong. They're that strong.
I agree with you. The only thing that'll hurt it is the whole NFC, because the Central's tough. The North is tough too. And the West. The West. You got,
except for Arizona. Except for Arizona, the West is pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, if you think about it, the whole NFC is pretty tough, except for the South. The South really, in my opinion, isn't all that great. You know what? Speaking of surprise team, you know what? I think it wouldn't shock me if the Saints won the South. Actually,
I think Carolina wins it. I mean, they're poised right now. The way Bryce Young, ever since he lost his job to Dalton, the kid's been playing great. He's like ice in his veins. He's making mistakes, but he has short-term memory. He's looking good. McMillan coming in wide receiver last year really showcased. I think they get better. The Saints, I don't know about. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're on their way out. And the Falcons, I don't know what they are, man. I really don't.
Yeah, what do you think of Eddie Prather? Eddie Prather says San Francisco what's that say? San Francisco is going to
go
backwards with Robert Saleh.
Yeah, I don't know. He said SFCIS. Maybe San Francisco's defense or something. It's going to go back.
Well, Saleh, where did Saleh go? Saleh went somewhere.
Saleh went to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay. Saleh's a good DC. I'll give him that. He's not a head coach. He's a DC. But what he did last year with that banged up Niners crew, playing with nobodies, I give him that. But San Francisco is just built on pedigree, man. I mean, it doesn't really matter who they coming in. I think they'll be fine, honestly. I don't think they'll be a 13-win team, maybe 12, and especially in that division. Hell, they might be a 10-11 team this year. I don't know. But I don't think they take a big downfall, no.
Yeah.
Still got to beat Seattle, and you still got to beat the Rams. They're two
right.
There.
Yeah, I mean, because I want to move. Well, let's move on to the Phillies in a second. I want to get some because the Phillies deserve some talk with how they played. But one more, I think a big spot in your early season is week 3. You host Baltimore, which I think on paper you guys win, but Baltimore could beat you. You know what I mean? And then And to be honest, Dallas, that's the kind of game that Dallas has lost in the past. That type of game, right? And then the following week you go to Houston. So for me obviously rooting against you, realistically I'm hoping best case after the first 4 you're 2-2, because I got a feeling that we're 2-2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What span did you guys have, that 3-game span where you played in a short time? What week was that, Joe?
I think it was like December. It was like December 13th through the 24th.
Okay, so that's Colts, Seattle, and Houston, right?
Yeah. You know what? You guys are tough too, because you guys got at the Rams, hosted Jaguars, and
Philly. Yeah, we during that time right there, that 3-game Thanksgiving Day span, it's Philly, Seattle, Rams, Jacksonville, all within not even 25 days, 4 games. Well, even closer than that, 3 games in I think 14 days.
Yeah,
so it's pick your poison.
Yeah, so that's tough. Yes, yeah, you're right. That's tough too. Yeah, you're right. Because I'm looking. Yeah, November 26th, Thanksgiving. Then December 7th, you got at Seattle, and then you play. Oh wow. Yeah. See, this is really hard as shit. You got at Seattle, then at the Rams, and then you got host the Jaguars, which isn't easy, and then who knows? You host the Giants, and then you're at Washington. Well, who knows what Washington team we got?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who really knows, right? I mean,
True.
Joe, I want to ask you guys something real quick. I'm not a season ticket holder for the Eagles, but we talked about this before. Are you pissed off that you have a home game in London for the fans itself? Or would you be pissed as a home?
It's a Jaguars home.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Not
Yeah.
like last year, since you bring that up, where the fans
Down in
were
Rio,
pissed.
right?
No,
Down in
this
Rio.
is a road away game.
It's funny, yeah. My son is on his honeymoon right now on the Disney cruise. They touched in Mexico yesterday, and the first store he went to, they have Eagles banners, hats, and beach towels from the Eagles winning. I guess from them winning last year, whatever, against the Packers. He's like, I had no clue it was going to be here. So he started yelling EAGL, and then store started yelling EAGLES. It's like, holy shit.
According to that philosophy, then everything in London is Jacksonville then. Because that's all they play. That's all they play.
Yeah, they're huge over there.
Yeah.
Well, because they're owners from there.
They're adopted team. They're always over. So.
Yeah, but hey, well, got a long way into the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, injuries will play a big role, and when I think we're going to get into the Phillies here, but when I think injuries, I think of my man Jason Fine. Jason Fine, aka Attorney Big Al. Motor vehicle accidents, slip and fall, workers' compensation, or personal injury claims. He's got 3 offices throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, 1 in Philadelphia, PA, 1 in Cherry Hill, and 1 in Pittsburgh. And hey, Eagles and Dallas playing on Thanksgiving, you wonder, it's kind of a family day, but if there's drinking involved, there could be some fights and some personal injuries. You know what I mean?
And Joe, real quick, starting July 3rd, all you New York fans and Philly fans, Jason will be covering New York. He is going to be certified in New York with the office there. So we got it all covered, Joe. All we need is Washington now.
My fellow people.
There you go, Joe. Reach out to Joe personally. There you go.
Well, we also have somebody. We have somebody who's going to cover the Miami Dolphins all season. Somebody has season tickets.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, that is true. That is true. I got. Yeah, did I tell you that, Paul?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's for another time, man. All those damn tickets you have. So how about those Phils?
You going to go to the Giants? Is there a Giants Dolphins game you can go to?
There's a Jets
Dolphins game. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Bring out your
Joe, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got something to do. Joe, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys are talking Phillies. You know me. I'll talk baseball. Sean, Jeff, Joe, privilege being with you guys.
See you, Paul.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great
one.
Later. All right. So Phillies already started. We're in the top of the second. Playing Cincinnati. Like we said, red hot Phillies. About the only thing that's even Alec Bohm started to hit. But Bohm started to hit. How about Bryson Stott? 18 RBIs. The last 17 games or something?
Yeah.
So supposedly Mattingly, I was listening, and I said it twice now. Mattingly supposedly had a sit down with a couple of the players.
Yeah.
And he sat down with Stott, telling him that he's going to be playing him with a lot more left-handers. He said, look, obviously Mattingly is a left-hander. He played against a lot of left-handers. And he's saying, the only way you're going to get real game action is to play against left-handers. Exactly. Sat him for a couple games, and now he's back out there. Bone, he told Bone, to forget about all the information, all the shit that you hear. He said, I've been traded, talked so many times that I was going to be out of New York, and I didn't go for the longest time. Just do your job, and you can hit. You're letting all this shit get in your head. Obviously, there's other things going on, but when you're on the field, it's the game. Don't worry about anything else. Right now, he seems to be okay. I still don't, he hasn't shown his little baby, getting hit off the bat and all that bullshit that he does. To me, he's turned out to be a hell of a third baseman. I mean, some of the places.
I would see more dingers from him.
That's one thing you can't
understand. A hot corner,
But he is a doubles hitter. He's a doubles machine. He's always putting that one between left and center.
Yeah. It's a shame, like Joey said, Schwarber is still sick. It would be nice to see him play, but when you got this team just playing the way they are, like Bryce Harper, wow, which is awesome. He's not killing the ball. whatever Mattingly said to him, his approach is way different, you know. And just I think you can see the coaching aspect differently too now that Mr. Canadian's gone, Topper, which I like.
He started off well when Girardi was gone.
True.
The team responded to him. The thing that I like about Mattingly, one is, yes, he's played.
He has your back.
It's a huge thing. He's played, so he knows what it's like to be out there. But he's also walking up and down and talking to the players. Topper never really did that, if you notice that. He never did.
The thing that irked me, and I say it over and over again, the Real Muto when he struck out and JT argued with the ump, it was a ball, he called it a strike, and Topper just sat there in the dugout like a zombie.
Yep.
You're supposed to be out there kicking seeds, spitting, doing whatever.
Yes.
You know, that's
you got your players back.
Yeah, exactly. 110%.
It goes a long way. I think it does. We got to do something about Nola. He might become like the spot starter that Walker was. He just doesn't have it. He is a meatball machine. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. Something's got to change.
Do you guys, real quick, do you guys think Painter should have went another inning last night, you know, instead of being taken out?
It's a tough call.
It is.
Out of all of his games, that was his best game. He looked like he was in a lot more control.
I would have kept him in, but that's just me.
It's hindsight in a way. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the other guy we brought in anyway. I don't think he's that great as Keller. He's okay.
Yeah, you know, Keller's ERA is 2-something, and at home it's 6.30.
Yes. Yeah. I don't get it. Is he?
Yeah, it's something to overdo it. Something with him. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to say I was all right with taking Painter because I think you want Painter to leave on a good note. Like now, he's had two pretty good starts in a row now. You know what I mean? Because I thought they were really quick with the hook in Boston last week. Like he was only like, what was he at, like 65, 70 pitches or something, and then they took him out. But I think it's a confidence thing. They want to get him the confidence because like. The only thing that's going bad for us right now in the rotation really is Nola. Yeah. Like Nola, but look at this past weekend. Like Friday might have been the best win of the year, and then you followed it up with two shutouts with Sanchez, and then you had Wheeler beating Skeens. I mean, this weekend might have been the best series they had all year.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And you could have never thought of.
With Painter, I think Painter, they're just bringing him along slowly. I don't think they want him to burn out. Remember, he is coming off of surgeries and all that. So I don't think you'll see till the end of the year, possibly, him going a full game or even going into the ninth inning. He has to have a really low pitch count. I don't think he's going to be doing that.
That's understandable.
I mean, I would, just get the kid. The same thing they did with what's his face, Sanchez. My son called it to me. I didn't think he was that great at first. I thought he's going to be serviceable. He's probably going to be a middle reliever and this and that. Christ, he's turned out to be one of the best players in the league.
And you got him off the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Imagine if they had him there
too. Almost like a cast off. Like, oh, you know what, man?
Yeah.
Here's a player. And then sky's the limit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't ask for anything better. And the best thing was, too, more fuel to his fire, F around and find out when Ozuna said, I'm going to crack a home run over on you. And JT's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If there's a team, if there's a team that you want to raid, like their minor leagues or their young players, it's Tampa. Tampa always. I mean, look at Tampa this year. Look at Tampa this year. Like, Last year they weren't as good. They kind of had a little setback. Now this year, so far they're ahead of the Yankees. They're in first place out there in the East. You know what I mean? And Tampa, like the last how many years? Like most of these years, they're at least decent, and they always have young talent. And it's not like they spend money. You know what I mean? Like all their stuff is homegrown. So if I'm a general manager. And I got a chance to take a flyer on a guy. I'm always taking flyers on guys that Tampa Bay had because you never know.
Absolutely.
You take a flyer on 3 or 4 of them. Even if most of them suck, if one of them pans out, you're ahead of the game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And some of them that left the Rays are doing very well for other teams.
Yeah.
Like one guy on the Orioles, But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So all right. So let's look at this. Let's predict what's going to happen this week, and hope. I mean, Sean, if you have a good one, hopefully you're right again. So let's see.
Okay.
All right. So we won. We already won last night. So we got what? 2 more? Is it what? 2 more with
I think 3 more, Joey. I think it's a 4 game with the Reds.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Yeah, tomorrow's an afternoon game, isn't it?
Yes.
That's it.
No, they're off on. We're off on Thursday, so tomorrow's a 1 o'clock game. So you got you got tomorrow, and then you got 3 with Cleveland, and then we won't be on next Monday. So actually, by the time we're on the show again, it'll be June. So, all right. So we have 5 games, 5 games counting tonight. What are the Phillies doing?
4-1.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right, Jeff. What do you think?
I'm going to go 3-2 because you have Nola in one of those games. So there's to me, that's one.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know.
But I don't. Yeah, I'm just going to go that. And I was happy when I to come on and say, Sean, good job, because they won 5 games.
Yeah, I was shocked.
And they came back. I thought, he's good. Yesterday, I thought, that's done. That's done. And then Stott, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's not done.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 3-2. But again, hey, Sean, hope you're right, because we're two over 500 right now. It would be nice to go 5-1. I think they're now 7 behind the Braves. I mean, I know it's
Unfortunately, the Braves are playing good baseball right now too, and unfortunately the Mets just suck, which is good. The Mets are they're almost done.
Yeah,
I know.
The Nationals in Florida, they're there. They're winning some games here and there, so they're kind of staying right on our tail, to be honest with you. But I say by midsummer they'll be gone. Usually are.
They're the upset teams. They like to poke at you when you think you can win. You don't.
Yep.
I think if the Phillies could be within 4 or 5 at the All-Star break, then I think the division's there for the taking. You know what I mean? If they could, because realistically, I mean, the way the Braves are playing look, the Phillies have been 16-4. We've only made up 3 games. So that just puts it in perspective of how good the Braves
have been playing really well. Yeah.
Right, but if somehow. What we got? We got another 5-6 weeks before the break. So if they could, if the Phillies could make up 2 or 3 more games at that time, say 3, say they could be 4 out by the break. Well, then I'm feeling pretty good that they can still win the division. You know what I mean? But but at least they're in striking distance of the wild card now. They're right there. So as long as they keep playing good ball,
you never know. The Braves can do what the Dodgers are doing right now, sucking out the ass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we need, and us to keep where we're going on our pace. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Breaking news: Jason Kidd's outed head coach for Dallas.
Oh wow.
Mutual. Wow.
I was going to do a breaking news. Dallas is already eliminated.
Yeah, I know, right?
I saw it on Facebook today. I just had to bust a lip. They had a picture of George Pickens throwing a punch at Dak, saying I shouldn't have signed that damn tender. It says
he supposedly can get traded, George Pickens. It'll be interesting, but
they're going to have to throw money at him. Obviously,
true.
He's another troublemaker. He's like an AJ Brown troublemaker.
Yeah,
in a different way.
Case. Yep, prima donna.
I mean, he's a hell of a player.
That's my hope. That's the one thing, because if you look, Dallas does have a lot of talent, but they always have somebody that's like kind of disgruntled or causing problems. And like look at last year, like they trade Parsons like right before the season starts. Like I'd like to see something where Pickens is pissed off and then they move on from him and it kind of screws them all up. You know what I mean?
He wasn't real thrilled about if he's going to. I don't think he signed his tender yet. I think they said he hasn't signed it yet. Supposedly he wants a long term.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
Maybe.
and he's the kind of guy that could, he had a great year last year, but he's the kind of guy that could have an attitude problem. So if he shows up bitching, pulling an AJ Brown, with his
Antonio Brown Part 2. That's what reminds me of Antonio Brown Part 2.
True.
They didn't like him at all in Pittsburgh, especially in the locker room. He was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, Eddie Prather says he can see a team that doesn't get AJ Brown put in the. Oh, he said Pickens did sign it.
We did sign it. Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, all right, guys. Well, look, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully, by the time we're on, the Phillies have, won a bunch more games, and we'll see. Maybe the Sixers will have a GM by then. And we'll see you in a few weeks. So
maybe I'll try to like basketball a little bit between now and then.
What's that?
Maybe I'll try to like basketball between now and then. I'm just not picking the Knicks.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Take
Have a great week. Say.
Strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play. We see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. Alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk.